All right, pop the cold one if you've been waiting for the main event. Your wait is over. The IKKC United States Cruiserweight Muay Thai Championship is up for grabs. And Blinky, what is Bill Rastorfer going to have to do to win this fight?
He's going to have to, Phil, utilize that long jab of his, use his left hook, and a lot of ring movement.
There is Maceo Silva, the Brazilian champion. And Blinky, what is the Brazilian going to have to do to walk out of here victorious?
Control and dictate the tempo of this fight. Get inside and then throw that big overhand right that he possesses. Right leg there by Rastorfer. Phil, neither do I. I expect to see him look a lot stronger in the cruiserweight division because this fight is scheduled as a cruiserweight fight. But the time when he fought, an ounce of prevention is a pound of cure. Good left hook there that definitely got the attention of Silva, Phil, as he gets backed up into the ropes by them right hands by Rastorfer. Got to be careful though. Silva did draw back that right hand and threw that right hand over the top. Silva looks a little shaken though, Phil.
Yes, he does.
Good right leg by Rastorfer to the thigh of Silva. Really be looking for distance and not looking just to load up, but yeah, I think you're right. On the other hand, Phil, he just doesn't.
The Brazilian champion, a ring record
of 7-5. There's that left hook right there, Phil.
Yes, it was.
And that's what backed Silva up, and you see immediately Rastorfer going on the attack. He goes to the legs, comes back over the top with another left hook, stiff jab, driving Silva to the ropes. There he attempts to go downstairs with the body. Throws another right hand backing Silva into the ropes. And it's here where we see Silva where he really should grab on. He tried to unload a right hand of his own, but Rastorfer really had him backed up and pinned against them ropes.
Now, Blinky, when you watch Bill Rastorfer, does not appear to have an overwhelming punch, but he's 42-9.
Yeah, and you know, Phil, it's not maybe overwhelming, but it's sharp punching. You see, it's a crisp type of punch where he's turning the wrist over, using the shoulder, using the body weight. He's not just throwing arm punches. And that's what could be deceiving. That little chopping right hand right there didn't land, but you could see the torque in the punch.
Blinky, turning over your punches, you're basically talking about rotating your wrist. Is that correct? Rotating your fist.
Yeah, you rotate. Right there we see Rastorfer. You know, there he attempts to go high with the right leg and then does a defensive heel thrust kick. As Silva also going to say, Phil, is that Rastorfer, as he's pulling back, he's punching. He's a good counter fighter. Right there you see him. He wasn't going forward. Nice little left hand to the body. Smart fighter.
Well, again, Silva's punches here in this second round really resembling much the way his punches looked in the first round. Really more of a pawing and a pushing rather than snapping them off.
Exactly, Phil. And it makes you wonder. He dropped down from the heavyweight division to fight cruiserweight. You wonder if he took the weight off too fast. I don't know. I expected to see him stronger as a cruiser than as a heavyweight.
I did too, Blinky. Good right-left combination, but Rastorfer again just shakes his head as if to say, you got to have more than that, pal.
Good front kick by Rastorfer. Rastorfer carries his hands high. He's smart, Phil. You see, as soon as Silva begins to punch, Rastorfer's hands go up right to the side of his head. Attempted right leg to the head, which is a great idea. That's the first right leg thrown to the head by Rastorfer. Ben Silva countered with a good left hook.
Now these cruiserweights are scheduled to go 5. Action coming to an end here now in round 2.
Silva countered with a good left hook.
Now these cruiserweights are scheduled to go 5. Action coming to an end here now in round 2.
Silva lunged forward. Rastorfer trying to dig that left hand to the body. There's a couple of jabs there as Silva was trying to wade in. Another jab by Rastorfer. There he goes. Now he's starting to throw it. Attempted knee.
Rastorfer and the Stars and Stripes eats a right hand, a big right hand.
Both fighters trade right legs right there. Rastorfer starting to pick his punches and his kicks a little better, Phil. And I noticed that when he started throwing the jab. He's thrown about 10 jabs this round. Phil.
Rastorfer's got him back into his own corner, delivers a good right hand, follows it with the left, goes to the body with the left hand. And that bell sounds ending round 3, and as Silva walks back towards us, he's got a mouse above and below that left
Yes,
eye.
he does, Phil. You know, there we see Rastorfer trying to throw that right leg, and Silva just, you know, really content with just plodding forward. But he stopped giving them angles, Phil. He's got to go more to the side-to-side angles as he's trying to walk down Rastorfer. Rastorfer, the taller of the two, you know, right here is where he should really be pumping that jab. As he's backing up, he throws one jab there, and Silva does go to the body with a good left hand there. Rastorfer clinches on, begins to try to drive that right knee. Silva throwing a right hand to the body, Rastorfer coming back with the knees to the body of Silva. And that might be what's starting to take the wind away from Silva, because towards the end of this round, as we've seen him walking back to his corner, Phil, he was gasping for air.
El Marcio Silva from Las Vegas. He's the fighter in the black trunks with the red flames on him. Did some good work with his elbows early in that third round as Rastorfer tried to come back with the knees. Silva again on the move in that third round, but I like the work that Bill Rastorfer was able to do in that third round.
There's a mouthpiece of Rastorfer when it hit the canvas there as Silva backed him up. I didn't see a big shot that knocked it out of him. Maybe he just had his mouth open.
When they're in tight, Silva has a lot of luck with his elbows, moving the Rastorfer around, not doing it enough.
Yes, Silva looks like he is the stronger of the two, Phil. You're right. He's able to back him up. Good right-hand counter there by Rastorfer, though, Phil. And that's the shot he's been looking for as Silva wades in. Definitely got welts on both sides of his face. There's that jab, and it's not a big punch, but it sure is a pestering shot.
Oh, he goes up
leg.
top.
There's that right leg. And, you know, that would have landed for it. Might have been good night, Irene, I got to tell you. And he's been setting that up all night. He's gone low, 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 low to the thighs and the legs of Silva. And then all of a sudden he came up high. And that's the perfect way to set up that right leg to the head. Silva waiting.
Bob Cheney imploring Silva to keep the pressure on Rastorfer. Rastorfer right hand just misses with the left hook. Good left hand by Rastorfer.
Rastorfer, as he spins out of that corner, Phil, he popped a little jab out there. There he's working it again. Seems like he's getting a little more comfortable with the game plan that he came with. Good body shot at the end of that round. That's the best body shot of the fight, Phil.
Keep watching this fight and waving a finger at Rastorfer. I think Rastorfer fought a pretty smart fight thus far.
Yes, he has, Phil. There we've seen an attempted flurry of punches by Silva, but Rastorfer keeping him off him with the jab and backing up as he spins out of that corner there. You know, Silva content to wade in, Phil, but doesn't got his distance, and that's why a lot of the shots that he's thrown just have not landed.
There's that left hand, just a little chopping left.
Little chopping left. It was almost like a jab hook, kind of like the old Sonny Liston jab hook that he used to throw, you know?
I'm too young. Who's
yeah,
that?
you are, Phil.
Who's Sonny Liston?
You don't want to date yourself, I know it.
Sonny Liston.
That little counter hook there landed by Rastorfer. And they get inside. Both fighters were just content to clinch. Nobody tried to go to the body with the knees. Lead right hand, and that's really a shot that that Rastorfer's gone to all night, Phil, was that lead right hand.
Rastorfer is the one in the stars and stripes there with his back to the camera. Talked to him earlier tonight, Blinky. We were talking about people that make impacts on one another, and I said, Bill, who made the biggest impact on your life thus far? And he, without blinking, he said Arthur Ashe, because he said, Phil, Arthur Ashe always stood up for what he believed in. He was diligent, he was consistent, and he really cared about people. Now you're looking at Marcio Silva. He's got one round, Blinky, to get a lot of work done.
Yeah, he does, Phil. And I really think that this Silva is going to have to come out and really have a huge fifth round. If not, at least knock him down or stop him.
Yeah, you almost have to have a 10-8 round here, I believe, on my card unofficially. How about yours, Blinky?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, this is a different Marcio Silva here early on in round 5. He's just coming right through everything Rastorfer's trying to throw at him.
Exactly, Phil. Rastorfer, going down to the thigh again, not neglecting throwing the leg kick. But I'd like to see him load up on that right leg and then come back up high with it like he attempted earlier in the fight tonight.
Where is the jab from Rastorfer? Silva just walking right up on top of him.
Yes, he is, Phil. He's trying to get in there and land the big shot. And one of the reasons why Silva cannot get the power he needs, Phil, his legs aren't set. He's moving his feet too much as he's shuffling in, and he's never set to really punch.
Couple of pawing jabs by Rastorfer, but again, Silva marches right through him.
Then you see Rastorfer do sidestep to the right and come back with a right leg kick to the left thigh of Silva.
Right hand by Rastorfer. But boy, Silva appears to be on a mission in this fifth and final round.
He is, Phil. He knows he needs it. He just can't get off, though. He's pushing the fight. He's coming forward, but Rastorfer's landing the cleaner shots as he backs away, as he pops that jab to the face of Silva. And then he comes back right low with the right leg, scoring shots.
Countering well is Rastorfer here in this fifth round. Good straight right hand by Rastorfer.
Left hand to the body by Rastorfer. And right there, Phil, on that right leg kick, I'd like to see him double up on it. Double, triple on it. Let it go. Last round, give it all you got. Don't leave the ring with anything in the tank.
By Silva, both eyes, bloodshot, big bumps coming up under both eyes.
That body shot to the left side got the attention of Silva, Phil. The second good left hand to the body that's been landed by Rastorfer. Front kick to the body there. Lead leg for Rastorfer.
Left hand, right hand just missed. Rastorfer tries to go up top. Now a side kick hits Silva right in the solar plexus. And this fight is over. An exhausted Marcio Silva right above us. And as I watched Bob Chaney climb into the ring to talk to his fighter, he just kind of shook his head. I think Bob Chaney might know.
Well, he's been around the block
You
a
bet.
few times, Phil, and he was judging the fight from the corner. That's why he was exhorting Silva to come out, give it all he's got, try to go for the KO. He wasn't able to get the job done tonight, Phil. And, that raises a question to me. I mentioned earlier in the fight that he seemed to be a lot more dynamic, even, just stronger as a heavyweight. He's down in the cruisers, and at that time he was a small heavyweight, but he just seemed to have more zest. As it relates now, he's just came in looking tired the entire fight.
Well, that's a good point. You wonder about the conditioning of Marcio Silva. He did not appear to be sharp from round 1 on. He seemed to be out of gas early on in this fight. Didn't seem to have the stamina, didn't seem to have the speed in any of his punches or kicks. And really, for the most part, even